Today is a bit of a drag, but that's okay. Welcome to the Alberni Valley and Thunder in the Valley. A little bit rare to have thunderstorms up in the skies here in Vancouver Island, but it's consistent now to have thunder in the valley here in the Alberni Valley. 15 years or so drag racing has been down here in the Alberni Valley. Wonderful stuff. But this year, a little bit of a change. Traditionally, has over been at the Port Alberni Airport, but due to some construction involved with the development and enhancer of the airport, they had to move the race downtown, and it was a little bit of a consternation. Some of the residents a little bit concerned about the money being put out to improve Stamp Avenue. Other folks believe there's a great case that this race actually brings a lot of economic and social benefit to the city. Well, as you can see, of course, the racers in behind us. Been some amazing racing. Very, very loud, very, very safe, and a lot of fun for spectators, bringing a lot of people here. So over the next half an hour, we're going to learn more about the race, about drag racing, and a lot of the personalities involved. So to kick things off, Jenny, she's going to talk to a Port Alberni racer, Trevor, who's got a car much older than me.
Thanks, Matt. We are here with Trevor. He's going to tell me all about his car. What are we looking at here, Trevor?
Oh, it's a 1969 Dodge Dart GTS. I ordered it new from the factory in 1968. I ordered it with an optional 383 engine. There's only 488 of them produced with a 383 automatic. I started racing it basically when the car was brand new. That was my first experience drag racing. Done the Thunder in the Valley ever since it started. Love it. You know, the guys do an awesome job running. I can't say enough good stuff about them.
I've got to ask, how are the races going for you so far this year?
Actually, I like the 8th mile probably even better than the quarter mile.
Really?
Because it's you don't have as much time to make up for any mistakes or whatever, but it's better for the crowd. They can see the whole race much easier than quarter mile, and it just runs. The whole race runs faster. It's better for the spectators. They can see the whole race, and everything's just running smoother and faster. So love it. Yeah.
What is it about racing? I mean, it's in your blood, I take it?
Like I said, when I got this car, it was my first experience drag racing. I was sort of really a shy guy and really nervous about going in front of people and making a mistake or whatever. But when I got out on the track and I seen the Christmas tree and everything and seen the guys ahead of me do what they were doing, and I totally forgot about people. You didn't see people or stand or everything. All you seen was the track and the tree, and you're just hooked. It's just an adrenaline rush. Your heart's pounding so loud you can hear your heart beating over top of the header noise. Like it's awesome.
I take it this car means something special to you too, though. I mean, you've had it for quite a while.
Well, the fact that I ordered it new from the factory, and it's very rare, like I said. It's only got 37,000 miles on it. It's a keeper. I had it restored. I did most of the work myself. I had it body and paint done by a couple of guys in town here.
You're saying, you got this a long time ago. Would you say that it's you and your car are a team? You think it's a part of you now,
Oh, it always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent thousands of hours working on it and thousands of dollars. But back when I ordered the car, I think I was only making in the mill about $3.27 an hour or something. Like this. So $4,800 car at that time was a huge amount of money. Compared to the swingers and that, you can get them for like $2,900 or something like. So this is the GTS to the top of the line of darts. There's 6 models of dart, and this is the top of the line. So anyways, it's always been my baby, and yeah, it's been through a lot.
Predict again having some traction issues off the
It definitely, I can see, puts a smile on your face.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, when you get talk, yeah, you can't stop thinking. I mean, there's been a few hard times too, and I worked a second job for 2 years to pay for racing the 1 year, but I loved it that much. You do what you got to do. Yeah.
You do what you got to do. Thanks, Trevor.
Okay, awesome.
Back to you, Matt.
Thank you very much, Jenny. Now standing here with Bill Surry, the president of the Alberni Valley Drag Racing Association, the guy that knows probably more about drag racing than anyone I've ever met. So, Bill, tell us how you're enjoying the weekend so far.
Well, it's been a great weekend, a little bit wet yesterday, and We're getting away ahead of schedule today because we think there's another front coming in. But we're going to get the schedule all finished and run some grudge matches after, so I think we're all in good shape.
Now you've been a racer yourself, so just for the viewers out there, what sort of goes through the mind of the racers when they're out there on the track getting ready to go?
It's just the adrenaline rush that goes through you, and you just can't wait. You're shaking probably, when you're getting ready to dump the clutch, and you just smash down the gas pedal and go.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit some more later on about the move from the airport to downtown, how that's been working, safety, and much more. But we're going to meet some of our racers now, including a couple who are, well, you guys are not going to believe how young these racers are. So we'll throw over to Nancy to meet some of our junior dragsters.
Thank you, Matt. And you're right, junior dragsters are a big part of this year's Thunder in the Valley, the first time ever. And when we say junior, we really mean junior. I'm here with Nathan and Ciel, and the driver is down here. Hi, Ciel. Why are you racing this year?
Because I like to have fun and I like driving my car, and I've wanted to do it ever since I was little, and my dad told me about it.
How old are you?
Almost 9, but I'm 8 right now, 8 and a half.
Holy crow. And your dad told you could do this?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to talk to your dad. Dad, what were you thinking? She's 8 years old, almost 9.
Well, I drag race top fuel Harleys, and we've been doing that all over the world and things like that. And there's nothing better than being able to do the sport you love with your daughter. Family time's better, right? What's the old saying? The family that races together stays together. So here we are. We're going to keep doing it as long as we can, right?
Yeah. I get kind of nervous, but not scared.
Not scared. Dad, how has she been doing so far?
She's been doing great. A lot of the things to do with these cars is about reaction times and things like that. And she's right on her lights. A couple of weekends ago, she runnered up on a Saturday in Mission, and then she won on the Sunday. So she's a pretty happy little girl, and she's right into it. So
Very cool. How fast are these vehicles?
her car, they vary for the ages of the children and whatnot. Her car is set up to run 1190 in the 8th mile at about 50 to 55 mile an hour. So it's trucking for a little kid for sure.
What kind of engine is in it?
It's a one-off Briggs & Stratton motor. Runs on alcohol. So, and there's varying sizes and whatnot for varying ages, like I was saying. So they start small and they work their way up to the bigger cars as they go.
Well, Ciel wasn't the only junior dragster. I also found Kassidy and Justin. Where are you folks from?
We're from where?
Campbell River.
Whiskey Creek.
Whiskey Creek.
Whiskey Creek, a fine community indeed. You came to Port Alberni. How long have you been racing?
Since April.
Since April. How old are you?
7.
7 years. You let your daughter race at 7 years old. What were you thinking, Dad?
Well, there was no stopping her. She's been at the track for 4 years, and this is what she wanted to do. So this is her first year running it, and Cassidy's doing really well. She's doing her NHRA license, so she'll be a 7-year-old with a driver's license.
Yep.
Does that allow you to drive anywhere but on the racetracks?
Yeah.
Where, Dad? You tell me where. Where can she drive?
She's only allowed to drive on the racetracks for now.
And on our driveway.
Okay.
Because that's how I taught.
Oh, you learned on the driveway. Actually, that was a good question. Where do you learn how to drive when you're 7 years old? So why do you like racing?
Well, because you get to go fast. And you win trophies sometimes.
And it's fun.
Yeah, and it's fun.
You get to go fast, you win trophies, and you have fun. I suspect the answer to that question would have been the same whether I was asking a 7-year-old or a 70-year-old. Drag racers just love racing. Back to you, Matt.
Thanks very much, Nancy. And sort of a little, also a note about that last story. So Kassidy, one of the racers you just saw there, actually did flip her car during one of her races. Thankfully, all the safety people right on the scene. She was fine. A little bit of damage to the car, the frame there, that fixed up. And Kassidy was seen playing with her friends not much too longer after it. So speaking of safety, one of the big questions about this race was moving the race from the airport to the town. And all sorts of great stuff going on. We've got one of our safety crew members with us here today, Murray from Vancouver. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks, man. It's great to be here. I really enjoy being here and helping being part of the safety truck team. We've got a team of 3 here, plus with the ambulance. I've been doing this now for 5 years. We've got all kinds of cars that range anywhere from street legal all the way up to door slammers. in a quarter mile, they good 7 seconds. It's always exciting.
Yeah, definitely lots going on, lots to watch for. Now, we were talking off air that you've sort of been involved in this about 6 years now. So how does someone get involved in safety at races?
You know, getting involved with the safety is really important. Getting involved with your local racetracks really helps that. Being a firefighter yourself, myself, I'm with the city of Vancouver. I've been a structural firefighter for upwards of 20 years, 14 with Vancouver. I kind of went down to my local track, Mission Raceway, fantastic track, fantastic people, and learned the trade from there and learned from Gordfield, great man. And I've just kept there. Thanks to Alberni, they've invited me out to help run their program here. I'm very proud to be a part of it. They run a good, solid program here, and I'm only happy and proud to be a part of it and help make it better.
I was going to ask you too, now, for this style of race, obviously being downtown a little bit different, and obviously the 8th mile track as opposed to the quarter mile. So what makes this race a little bit different than a lot of the other ones you've worked on?
The 8th mile track is just a lot more excitement. You know, it's a lot of the cars that are running today on a quarter mile, people are kind of, oh, yeah. But on an 8th mile, they're all wild and exciting. The things we got different in place here, we got the barriers, which is really good. The barriers keep the cars within in the streets. Everything else is pretty much along the same. We have the same kind of equipment, fire suppression. Port Alberni Fire Rescue is here to help us with any kind of fire. Great bunch of guys, glad to have them on board. Yeah, I actually find it very exciting. Being downtown, I think the city and the mayor allowing it to come down and do this is fantastic. It's been very exciting. I've enjoyed both days so far.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for you and your team, all your efforts here. Really hope you have a very relaxing day. You don't have to do too much.
Hasn't been too bad. No oil downs. We haven't had to deal with any cleanups, and we had a close call on the wall, but he kept it straight and exciting.
Perfect. Awesome. Again, thanks so much for being here. All right. Appreciate it. All right, so again, obviously the safety very well taken care of down here in Thunder in the Valley, in the Alberni Valley. And now we're going to throw it back up to Jenny, who's sees what's going on in the rather loud, noisy, and smoky start section of the race.
Hey Matt, we are at Burnout Central, and with me I got Lyle over here. Lyle, what is a burnout?
The guys clean off and heat their tires up. It's better traction on the line.
This is noisy. Holy moly, how do you handle it?
Like this.
Oh, like that. That works pretty good, actually. What is the purpose, though, of what's the purpose of a burnout?
Traction. To clean your tires and give you traction on the line.
When it comes to traction, what are the drivers looking for?
Just hooking up. They don't want any spin when they come off of that line, or if they get spin, very little.
What registers as a good burnout?
Just heat. You can get too much, and then you end up going to the line. It's a skill as a driver.
Okay.
You know your car.
Okay. And does every car have to do a burnout before they go?
No, street tires, I wouldn't even recommend it, just because they're a different compound of rubber, and they'll actually just get molten, and you'll see an underpowered car slipping where a 500 horsepower car would just hook up and the front wheels would be off the ground.
All right, thanks for the great info, Lyle. Now, I'm here with a newbie. This is Nate. He tells me this is his first time at the races, or?
Yeah, this is my first year here. Working in the burnout box with my buddies, so it's a lot of fun.
I see you've got the burnout look going on, little speckles here and there.
You get it all over your back and everything.
I gotta say, the burnout box area is like the coolest area of this entire place. What do you think?
Oh, it's loud, it's exciting, and it's definitely nice to see all the cars do their thing. So you get a sense of all the power, you really feel it.
And what kind of job do they got you doing this time?
Well, I am just sweeping it. I'm just making sure all the burnout box is clear from all the rubber from the previous car, and making sure all the drivers are happy with the water levels on it, so it's good.
Well, I'll let you get back to work, and we'll send it over to you, Matt.
Awesome.
Thanks very much, Jenny. All right in the middle of all the races here at Thunder in the Valley. Tons of spectators are here taking in the race, and we've pulled one out, not only a spectator, but an Uber volunteer, one of Port Alberni's finest citizens, Bev Frolic. Welcome, and hope you're having a wonderful day.
Oh, thank you. I am having a wonderful day. It's very exciting to be here. It's all the noise and all the crowds, and everybody is so happy to be able to come out and see this event.
This is the first time it's going to be where you can frolic at the races. Frolic at the
races. I can frolic at the races. Absolutely.
So we're talking about, again, as I said, Uber volunteers. So sort of what capacity are you here at the races here today?
Today I'm here as a Canadian Cancer Society volunteer. So each year the Thunder in the Valley very kindly allows us to have a table here, and we provide sunscreen and ear protection, especially for the young ones, and any kind of information they want. It's just good to be a presence in the Valley, to let people know that we're around and that we're watching out for them too.
So it's great, yeah. So safety for the racers, safety for the spectators, all being taken care of. Not only are there great people here, there's also some amazing cars with creative, old school, new school. So Nats is going to take a walk around now and show us some of the amazing vehicles we have here at the event.
What are you driving?
I'm driving an 86 Beretta.
Beretta. Wow. Have you brought it down to Thunder before?
No, this car has been on the island, but I just bought it this winter. And I ran it at Mission and Port McNeill, so this is the first time for here. Here, the class is only pro, so there's more classes, but over in Mission, I entered the door slammer class over there. You got to run 850 and faster, so the car runs 841 Mission, which is great. But here it's pro, and McNeill I run super pro.
So the door slammer class, of course, has dropped this year because they're just mainly too fast.
Yes.
How come you're allowed to run?
So the door slammers, you have to run 850 and quicker. Some of the cars run in the 6s. So this track is not for that. This car can probably handle this track. We'll find out.
So as you're aware, we usually run a quarter here. Eighth of a mile is different. How different is it for you running an eighth to a quarter?
You point it straight and you push the throttle to the floor and you just hang on. That's it, simple.
This is a new car for us, so it's just to bring it out and let people see what's around the island. You know, if they give us a facility, there's people who want to play there.
Are you actually running or just demonstration?
Just demonstration this weekend. It's not a perfect situation for us, but it's not bad, so we'll just have a little fun, but we really just want to show people what's around. This car is a front motor dragster, 225 inches. It was owned by Tony Bartone and his brother. It won the championship last year, won every race on the circuit, and set the world record, which still stands. I do believe it was 274 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds.
So this is a crazy car. You're bringing it up, you're doing a demonstration. What do you think of this venue?
I think it's great. Can't believe what they've done here. Very well organized. Well, one thing I don't think a lot of people are aware of, the safety crew they have here is phenomenal. So for someone like myself who's been to a lot of racetracks around the countryside, these guys really go out of their way to make sure we have a safe venue to play at. So,
do you just grin from the time you load your car to head out to the time you get home?
it's a sickness. It really is. It's a crazy habit. It takes all your time. It's very expensive, but you learn a lot. You get to work with some incredible people. I've been pretty charmed. I've got to travel all over the countryside racing nitro funny cars, fuel alters, and nitro dragsters. So we've been able to run with some of the best in the world. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, baby, that's tire smoke. Bill Ruskowski, the Island Nitro.
Thanks very much, Nancy. Back here with Bill Surry, president of the Drag Race Association here in the Alberni Valley. Bill, tell us a little bit about the process in getting the race moved from the airport to downtown.
Well, it started out that they terminated our contract at the airport because of expansion through the summer months here. So the mayor had heard that, and he didn't want to see the whole thing go away. So he approached us, and his people approached us about moving it from the airport to. They gave us two choices, but Stamp Avenue is the most logistical area to be. we're not interfering with too many businesses and things like that. Detour around it, all right, but overall, it worked real well, and we're here, and it's going off right now without a hitch.
Say a little word about Catalyst Paper, because obviously the race is on a lot of their grounds. It's actually interesting going by, seeing some of the workers on break, watching the race, taking into it, but they've been a real, obviously, huge help to letting this event go off.
Catalyst Paper, Walter Chernosky and his management team, they were just unreal to agree to all this, and for us to be able to set up here. They gave us everything but the mill itself, so we're very happy in this, and we can't thank them enough. We can't thank the city enough, and everybody that was involved.
What about all the volunteers that have helped put this on? Just a word about them.
I can tell you we wouldn't put it on without all the volunteers. It's just a huge, we normally had 250 volunteers at the airport. I'm not sure the numbers here, but we have needed each and every one of them, and I'm thankful that they all stepped up and helped us do this event.
What makes this race here in Port Alberni different from other races on the drag racing circuit?
Well, some people have all these years, 15 years at the airport, and now this year here, always called it a redneck race. We do follow by rules, but it's a little bit more laid back, and people can just come out and enjoy it. It's not the heavy pressures, and they come out and enjoy it, and they just want to keep coming back.
That's all right. And for folks who might want to know more about the race or about the Alberni Valley Drag Racing Association, how can they contact you or the association to find out more, maybe find out more about drag racing in general?
They can go onto our website, albernivalleydragracing.com, or they can call me, and 250-731-6930. We'll sign you up, and we'll, maybe get some work out of you over the next year.
Do you think I could race in my Ford Fiesta?
Why not? We had a pizza delivery car here for quite a few years, and they won. So, there's always a chance because it's bracket racing. You run to your time. If you set a time of 20 seconds and you run consistent, then you're going to win because they're handicapped that way. So that's what it's all about.
There you go. So the best drag racing was creative drag racing and the freshest pizza, I think, in all of Vancouver Island right here. So again, Bill, thank you so much for your time and all of your efforts into this. Look forward to the rest of the races here for the rest of the day. And now we're going to actually meet a racer who basically was given maybe the best Christmas present ever. For that story, Nancy, over to you.
Thank you, Matt. Just like we promised, we are here with one of the ladies of Thunder, Tracy Anderson. Your second year driving in Thunder the Valley. You're switching from a quarter mile to an eighth of a mile. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Nervous again because it's been only my second race. I've never done an eighth. So yeah, just excited to get going and rain go away.
So how did you get involved? Because I know your husband Rodney was involved in the very beginning. What made you start driving?
Well, Rodney's passion for the races I knew would never end, and so it was like I just decided to join him. I stayed home the first year with the kids, and then after that was on the safety trucks with my sister-in-law. We wanted to get closer to the action, so we moved to the burnout boxes, and then that's when I really decided that I needed to drive.
Okay, you decided you needed to drive, but you didn't have a car. Did you just go out and buy something?
No. I started asking for a race car for Christmas, and I really think that he just thought that I was joking. And by a race car, I'm just talking like I just wanted an unassuming car that no one would even know that was me speeding down the track.
But that's not what you got. No.
No. He found a 1971 Chevy Camaro, and Camaros are his passion, and so he totally did a ground-up restoration on it. So. Yeah.
Wow. How do you even practice for something like this? Where do you go out to drag?
That's the thing. You don't. Unless you go to other races, you really, really can't, because that's why we do it here like this because of the being legal. So really, that's why I think I get so nervous. But when you're up to the lights, the start, you're just so focused on that's all that matters, and you just do it. It's just naturally.
Now, you did run last year. How were your times?
Great. I kept my reaction time kept getting better, and my speed increased, and the practice definitely makes you do get better with practice. Yes, yeah.
You're looking forward to racing on the streets this year?
I am. I just can't even believe that it's going to be down in front of the pulp mill.
And a good battle right to the top of second gear. Tracy starting to lay down some serious Chevrolet power. And at the beams, Tracy goes 954 at 76 miles per hour.
We're ready to come to the close here of our Shaw TV presentation of Thunder in the Valley here. And I got to admit, for my first time checking this event out, for camera person Todd Jones, his first time checking this event out, it's been really awesome to be a part of this and see all the energy that's here in the Alberni Valley. Jenny, up there at the start of the race, checking some of the stuff out. So what was your take on this year's festivities?
Loud and lots of smoke, and that's the way it should be. I mean, the burnout boxes are my favorite, so couldn't ask for anything more.
Loud and lots of smoke sounds like my family reunion as well. All right, and I was saying, and Nancy, thank you so much for again having us up here. And again, you've obviously covered a number of these events over at the airport. What's been your take on how the race has been on Stamp after you're downtown?
Well, you know, I don't think anybody in Port Alberni knew quite what to expect, how it was going to turn out. Eighth of a mile, quarter mile, running down Stamp. But I got to say, what a great call. This has been a wonderful event. Well done to the organizers. And Matt, you did a pretty fine job. You learned a bit about cars.
I learned a bit about cars. I didn't actually get my Ford Fiesta into the race yet, but they're saying maybe next year. So I'll try to deliver some pizza and get my speed up and see if I can then get in the race. So anyways, on behalf of all of us here with Shaw TV up in the Alberni Valley, thank you so much for watching our coverage of Thunder in the Valley. For more information on the association, check out albernidragracing.com. Drive safe, drive fast, have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.